But this is it. But I say that to every football fan, yeah. Like you have to look at your owners, yeah, their behavior. Like your owners show you who your club is. It doesn't matter who you think your club is, your owners will show you who your club is. And I said the same thing, yeah, in January, and these men thought I was trolling them, the Arsenal fans. Like, you're top of the league, 5 points clear with a game in hand. You have an opportunity to strengthen and push to win the league, and you signed Jorginho. You know what I'm saying? And then they said, "Oh, we're just going to keep good relationships with Brighton, so we won't go and take Caicedo from them." Look what's happened now. You end up with Jorginho and Kivior. You don't win the league. Do you know what I mean? And now Caicedo is going to end up going to Chelsea. So what the fuck? You know what I mean? And this is what happens. If you were really about that life of winning the league, as an owner, you say, you know what? We're probably not going to get in this position again. I'm going to close my eyes and spend the money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do, because you're like, you know what? I am not going to get this better opportunity to win the league. Let's just strengthen where we're weak now, even if it means that I take from the summer budget. Bro, win the league. Do you know what I'm saying? Just go and win the league. It was there for you to go win. What did they do? Dragging their feet. Didn't end up doing it. Not spending money on Mudryk was great. They saved a lot of money because he's wank. However, like bringing in Jorginho, who ended up not even having a say in where the title went at the end, complete waste of money. Complete, absolute waste of money. And that was their club showing them who they are. And now they've gone and they've bought Kai Havertz. Bro, your club will always show you who they are. Chelsea's club are showing their fans who they are. They're going out there spending money relentlessly. This player have the money. Chelsea are showing their fans that they're a serious football club and they want to win and they want to compete. That's what they're showing them. Newcastle are showing them the same. My club is showing me they're not serious. So I'm just sitting here. I'm not talking about challenging for the title because, bro, we ain't bought no one. And the one guy we have been linked with, Mason Mount, yeah, ain't my cup of tea anyway. So I'm looking at what my club is showing me and I'm like, these guys are not serious, bro. Like when you expect your club to be serious when they're showing you they're not serious, this is where the pain comes from, James.
It's heavy, man. I was thinking of your opinions actually about your summer targets because
Yeah,
they have been some meaty players. Meaty players.
horrible. The players we've been getting linked with, bruv. Listen, it's wild.
We're what I was expecting when Eric Ten Hag came in, you know. Like just in terms of the profile of player that he'd look for. So the thing is, in hindsight, I understand what Gakpo was meant to be. And I suppose Nunes from a degree. But then getting Weghorst as the solution and then now getting Mason Mount. The only thing with me is Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes in the same team. That's the only thing I can't correlate. That's the one.
Bro, listen, no one with a football brain can correlate that shit.
It's just where I stop. I'm just like, okay, what happens there? You know what I mean? It's very similar to like when we signed Nunes. Him and Salah in the same team doesn't work out too much for me unless they're on completely opposite sides. They can't like one can't be in the centre and one can't be on the right. It doesn't work because then they're trying to create for each other and it's weird. And now you've got two players like Mount and Bruno, and I think Mount does some things well. But we're talking about Man United wanting to go from what is currently third place to first in the league, or at least a trophy-winning team and competing for the title. I don't know if Mason Mount, who would be a starter with the money used or bidding for him, I don't know if he takes you there. That's where
he doesn't, bro. He couldn't take, bro. Chelsea finished 11th or 12th, mate. Like, let's be honest.
He never played, to be fair.
Yeah, for a reason. Do you understand what I mean? Like, he didn't play because he's shit, bro. Like, bro, your team's in the bottom half of the table and you're not the first name on the team sheet. I'm not trying to see you at my club. You know, like that. It's all right to go to and take a player from someone that's in the bottom half of the table if they're starting every week and they're the main guy. This guy was not playing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Shit don't even make sense. Nah, bro.
Do you know what's mad? I think he could have got Klopp could have got a tune out of him. I didn't want him, but I think Klopp could have got a tune out of him.
He's your kind of player. He would have been like a shit genie for you lot. Do you know what I mean? but for us, but at least you have a system to put him in. He's got more of a chance at Liverpool.
Yeah.
To Manchester United.
Nah, because he's a system player. You're right. He's not heavily technical.
No system, bro.
I done well under Frankie and Tuchel. You know what I mean? Because they just adhered to him. So it was like it was good to adhere to him because it got him in the positions.
Bruv, I just don't understand. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't understand it. Like, I've tried. You know what I mean? And when I see people try and make logic of putting in multiple bids for Mason Mount, it's one thing hearing he's available and just messaging Chelsea and saying, oh, like, yeah, how much just out of interest? But we keep going back. They're saying that the manager's a big fan of him. What is there to be a fan of? Like, please, I don't understand.
Facts, bro.
I don't get it, bro.
Do you know what's mad yet? Do you know when people say who's going to finish higher next season between United? Oh, sorry, I think my thing cut out there. Is it back now?
Yeah, you're here.
Am I good? Yeah, I think it cut out for me a second there. What's it called? As long as it's all good now. I was going to say, do you know on the question on who finished higher, United or Liverpool? I don't even know how to answer that question. It's like me asking you, did Epstein kill himself? Like, we kind of know, but we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
I reckon, I don't know. The cameras just so happened to die at the same time. I've seen Power. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I seen ghosts sneak into the prisons and whack people. I feel like someone took him out. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I feel like he had too many names in his phone, blood, and they just had to make sure that they didn't come out. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, nah, that whole situation taught me how dumb the world was. Like, how categorically just like blind we can be. It's just mad the way you see. Do you know when you're a kid and you see adults and you think, oh yeah, use it on it, use it away, and then you get older and you're like, oh no, use it just bigger versions of what I was.
Yeah.
Because it's obliviousness. It's the same with football fans, by the way. Football fans don't quite clock it as well. And by the way, they won't like it because conspiracy theorists. I mean, that's just another term for critical thinking. I'm just saying.
It's the only term for critical thinking, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Look at the way the term was made. There's a reason why the English language is limited. Yeah, crazy, G.
It's
crazy.
Facts. A man saying goalkeeper situation is a priority. Well, we know that David De Gea's contract expires next week and he's not staying. So, like, that's something that the manager should have had in place already. I'm not trying to hear priority goalkeepers, bro. We're dying in so many different areas. I hate when football fans act like you can't multitask and you can't recruit more than one player at a time, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Even with my clubs that I own, bro, I've recruited five or six players for the ladies team in the last week, bro. 6 players, bro. I was speaking to them all at the same time. It is allowed. You know, like that. It is allowed, like, you know what I mean? You don't have to wait for one to confirm before you speak to the other one. Do you know what I mean? I managed to sign 2 players for the men's team and 6 for the ladies team, yeah, in the last 7 days, bro. So if you think that you have to wait to get the goalkeeper in because he's the priority to then do something else, that's not how football works, bro. I'm sorry. You know that?
Yeah. Do you know what I think, though? I think just wait till the end. I always have to wait till the end of the window to make a full conclusion because I'm aware that I'm not saying for this one in instance, but some signings, you know, clubs just play the long ball. Like I was watching like there's loads of examples like it, but if people don't know what the transfer window works, like just go and watch the Sunderland documentary. It's in season 2 or something, and it's like where he's trying to sign Will Grigg, and Wigan know that they need a striker, so they're just hiring the bids, and clubs do it all the time. But it's just one example you can go and watch. Will Grigg, and he just hired the bids all the way to the end. Started at like 1 million, got to the last minute, he was like 3 million, paid it, and lads, it was mad. You know, he was like an owner who was like a drug addict. You know, whenever he made a deal. Like as if an adrenaline rush where something's just happened.
Yeah, nah, but it gets like that though. That's how it feels.
Exactly. So that's just an example of where that stuff does happen, where clubs all the way till the end, they'll hire it up until you can then just either you just fold or you say, no, you're going to agree with us and we'll see how it goes from there. So but that's why if they leave certain signings, if they leave certain signings and then in January, that's when they get the marquee signings you already needed. That's the problem for me. That's the problem.
100%. I big up my man for the super chat. Said Mount or Ericsson. Wouldn't you even take Ziyech over Mount? Ziyech is a baller. And there's the Ten Hag link. Bro, I'll be honest here. Mount and Ericsson don't play in the same position. Ericsson's been playing more in that double pivot kind of role, and Mount can't play there, in my opinion. So as much as Ericsson needs to be taken out the Manchester United midfield, Mount is not the guy to do that. So I don't see a correlation between those two players, if I get what I mean, unless the manager wants to play a single pivot and 2 8s, which he has spoken about. But even then, like Mount and Bruno together, bruv, disastrous. Like, there's no way. You can't sell me that. You can't sell me. I'm not buying that. You can't sell me that.
Where's Ziyech playing as well? Because isn't Anthony your right winger?
Ziyech has been linked with going to Saudi Arabia.
Nah, but he's asking you if you
Yeah,
would
but
take
but I wouldn't take him over Anthony because Anthony's already there, and also
That's
he's
what I was
been linked
thinking.
with
That
Saudi.
didn't
Yeah,
make
it
that.
doesn't make sense. He's not better than Anthony. This is my problem. Do you know what I mean? Even though Anthony's still got a lot to prove, like Ziyech is not better than him. Like he's made more of an impact in the league than Ziyech has. So, and Ziyech has had more time. So, nah, not Ziyech for me. But the Mount thing, if Mount was a Bruno replacement, I would be less against it. But the fact that he's coming in to potentially partner him, and for the amount of money that he's going to cost, there's 60 million that can be better spent elsewhere, bro. Like you're better off putting that 60 million towards Caicedo. It makes no sense. Now, even Tonali, yeah, bruv, he's not going to cost 60 million. I bet they get him for less than that. Even what's his name? They got linked with Barella, and that was about 60, 70 million. Slap 10 million on top and go get Barella instead of getting Mount for 60 plus 5 million add-ons is what they're quoting.